Good morning, students. I hope you all are fine at your homes. Now, beta, we have already completed 3 units of our English reader. Now, from today onwards, we are starting with our grammar portion. And our first chapter in English grammar is the sentence. Now, first of all, what is a sentence? Uh, you might have studied sentences in your previous class also, but still I am repeating it. What is a sentence? A sentence is a group of words which makes a complete sense. Here also it is written, a sentence is a group of words that expresses a complete meaning. Means a sentence is a group of such words that makes a complete sense. Now here are some examples of sentences. The sun is a huge ball of fire. Where are you going? It is very hot today. These are sentences, but these two are also given to you. An old man with a blue shirt. It is not making a complete sense. So it is not a sentence. In the same way, in the evening at 4, it is also not expresses a complete meaning. So the third and the fourth part are not sentences, and the first, second, and fifth part are sentences. Now come to exercise A. In exercise A, what you have to do is you have to just count the number of sentences in the following conversation. Just try out this exercise on your own, and after that I'll give you the answer key also. Now come to the second exercise. Second exercise is rearrange the following groups of words to make sentences. Now beta, here the words given to you are in jumbled way. Now you have to rearrange these words in order to make them sentences. Try out on your own, and later on I'll give you the key also. Now come to the next topic. Next topic of this chapter is kinds of sentences. Now students, there are 4 kinds of sentences. The first is statements, second is questions, third is commands, and fourth is exclamations. Means first type of sentences are statement sentences. Statement sentences are also called assertive or declarative sentences, because in these sentences we declare or state something. And one more thing that you have to keep it in mind is such sentences, means statement sentences always end with a full stop. Like for example, he works in a factory. We are just telling that he works in a factory, and it ends with a full stop. So it is a statement sentence. The children are not going to their not doing their homework. Here also we are telling something that they are not doing their homework. It is also a statement sentence. You can call them declarative also. Now the second type of sentences are question sentences. Question sentences, you can also call them interrogative sentences. Means the sentences that ends with a question mark, or the sentences in which we ask questions. So what are question sentences? Questions are sentences that ask questions, and they always end with a question mark. Fine. All questions end with a question mark. For example, is the door open? Ends with a question mark. क्या दरवाज़ा खुला है? We'll put a question mark after it. Doesn't he like milk? Question mark. It is also a question. Now come to the third type of sentences. Third type of sentences are commands. Means command sentences are those sentences in which we expresses orders, requests, or advice. Means either we give order in such sentences, or we request something, or we advise something. And these sentences are also called imperative sentences, and they end also, like statement sentences, ends with a full stop. Fine. Like for example, don't make a noise. शोर मत करो. ठीक है. It is a imperative sentence. Then please bring me a glass of water. Here we are requesting, na? We are saying please. So it is also a imperative sentence. Then stop smoking. We are ordering. So this is also a command sentence or imperative sentence. Stand up. It is also a command sentence. And if we advise something like we should drink 5 glasses of water every day, so this is an imperative sentence because we are advising something. So such type of sentences are called command sentences or imperative sentences, in which we give orders, or we request something, or we advise to somebody. Fine. Now the fourth type of sentences are exclamations or exclamatory sentences. Exclamatory sentences are those sentences in which a sudden or strong feelings are expressed. Sudden or strong feelings may be of joy, happiness, or of sadness. Both will come under it. So such sentences are exclamatory sentences, and exclamatory sentences ends with a mark of exclamation. This is an exclamation mark, and all exclamatory sentences end with an exclamation mark. Like for example, what a lovely day ends with a exclamation mark. How foolish he is, it will also end with a exclamation mark. Next is a feeling of sadness. What a sad death. Here also we are putting an exclamation mark. So such type of sentences are exclamatory sentences, and these are your 4 types of sentences. I hope you all will understand these types of sentences. Now, this is your exercise C. Name the kind of each sentence. In this exercise, some sentences are given to you, 10 sentences are given to you, and you have to just mention the type of sentence. Means whether the particular sentence is statement sentence, or it is question sentence, or it is command sentence, or it is an exclamatory sentence. You just have to tell this thing. Now the 4th exercise, exercise D, is name the kinds of sentences in each of the following text. This is a paragraph is given to you and it is properly numbered. Means numbers I have put after every sentence, and you have to tell the kind of that particular sentence. Means for example, first sentence is soon he reached the room where the king sat with his friends. This is a sentence, and here number 1 is put. So in this column you have to write down about this sentence, that which type of sentence is this. I hope you all have cleared this, and just try out these exercises, and later on we will tally down also these exercises. Okay. Next, now the next topic of our chapter is the subject and the predicate. What is a subject and what is a predicate now? Now mainly the students, a sentence has 2 parts. The one part is subject and the other part is predicate. 2 parts are there in a sentence, subject and predicate. Now what is a subject? A subject is a person or things or pronouns about which we are talking about in the sentence. Fine. And what we are talking about, the subject is called the predicate. Means जिनके बारे में हम बात कर रहे हैं सेंटेंस में आर कॉल्ड सब्जेक्ट, और जो हम बात कर रहे हैं उनके बारे में इज कॉल्ड प्रेडिकेट. Like for see these examples, the apples are sweet. Here we are talking about the apples. So the apples is subject here. And what we are talking about the apples is that they are sweet. So are sweets is predicate. In similar way, we lost the race. Here we is subject. And what we are talking about is that we have lost the race. This is predicate. Now these are the subjects and predicates for you. But in some sentences, or there are such sentences also in which the subject is hidden. Means like I say get out. In this sentence, get out is a command or an order to a student. So you just know that here you is hidden. So you will be the subject in this sentence and get out will be the predicate of this sentence. Now one more thing that you have to remember is this definition. A subject is a person or a thing that we want to talk about in a sentence, or about which we are talking about in a sentence, and it is always a noun or a pronoun. And it is also there like a subject may consist of one word or many words. It is not at all necessary that a subject is only of one word. It may have one or more than one words. Now come to the predicate. What is a predicate? A predicate is what we say about the subject in a sentence. Means हम क्या बोल रहे हैं subject के बारे में, that is a predicate. And a predicate must have a verb. It is a compulsion. It is a necessary thing that a predicate must consist of a verb, and a predicate may also have one word or many words like the subject. So I hope this topic is clear to you. After this topic also one exercise is there. in this exercise you have to circle the subject and underline the predicates. Now, for example, this is for the first sentence, he is a good boy. In this sentence, what you have to do, you have to circle the subject. Here he is the subject now, because we are talking about he, and what we are talking about him is that he is a good boy. So is a good boy will be the predicate. So we'll underline is a good boy and we'll circle he, because he is the subject and is a good boy is the predicate. Now come to the last exercise, exercise F. Exercise F is complete each of the following sentences by adding a suitable subject consisting of one word or a group of words. Now here students, predicate is given to you and you have to add a subject for these predicates. Fine. And that subject may be one word or a group of words.